guys, this is Jen with Jen and Tonic. I wanted to put together a backtest video to show you how I am managing my 15-minute retracement model. Very similar to the hour retracement, but on the 15-minute candle and trading on the 5-second chart. So our whole premise is the price will breach the prior 15-minute candle, high or low. Then we look for a 5-second break of structure or sometimes an inverted fair value gap to head back up or down to the current 15-minute open. So here are some rules I put together. Maybe you want to screenshot that because I'm going to need to move them. And let's see. Let's hide that. Okay, and I am testing March 25th, so yesterday, Friday's price action. I'm just going to start at New York Open. And my dog is deciding to come in the office, so he's needing something. Bear with me. Okay, so I'm going to start. Here is open. Going to replay. There is the breach. 15-minute. Let me just show you here. So I got the 15-minute candle highlighted, but I'm on the 5-second chart. So we made our breach. Now we are looking for a break of structure to head back up to the 15-minute open. Now there's a lot of indicators out there that you can kind of hodgepodge to put your chart together. I use algo zones as one of my indicators to show me the break of structure, just because it's something that happens quickly. You don't necessarily need that, but I like to use it. Another break of structure that I recently found is this DTFX algo zone. What I like about it is that it stretches out the zone, showing the 30%, 50%, and 70% retracement. Now the retracement doesn't really come into play too much on this model because we're on the 5-second chart, so we are entering the trade right after the candle that makes the break of structure. So, but I like using, I think this is super helpful. So keep that in mind. I use this higher time frame fair value gap. I like to have the 5 minutes marked on here, only because they are good for, I guess, targets. I pay for Max Algo. It has lots of different indicators, but the one that I'm using for this model shows me the 15-minute open. I think there's some other ones out there, and Kat has a indicator called Shadow, I think it's Shadow Edge, and she's making it multi-time frame so that you can use it on the 15-second as well. Let's see what else. Yeah, I think that's all you really need. So I'm going to hide that. Okay, so since we made our breach on the prior 15-minute, we're looking for that break of structure or inverted fair value gap. So I'm just going to play it slow so we can see it happen. There's a bearish one, kept us out by waiting. And there's our break of structure. There's our candle out. So I would go ahead and enter. I put my TP here, my stop loss down. This is not a one-to-one. So I've been testing on making it a one-to-one. More than likely price is going to go past open and into one of these breaks of structure zones and a 5-minute fair value gap. But just for this video, I'm just going to keep it as it is and just play it out. All right, there's our first win. Now we're waiting for the next 15-minute candle because this 15-minute candle has done what we need it to do. So we basically wait till the next one. Okay, so here the next one changed. We're waiting for a breach. Sometimes that breach happens right away and you are out for the until the next 15 minutes. Just like that one. Did you see that 15-minute candle closed, whipped down, came right back up? So we're out until the next 15 minutes. All right, next 15 minutes, wick down, hit open right away, unfortunately. All right, next 15 minutes. Again, this is what gets me though. When I'm live trading, I get impatient and I think I know better and I'll get into a trade just because. So I'm trying to be more disciplined. I keep doing these back tests so that I have the confidence in this model and hopefully can sit patient. So anyway, let's keep going. I mean, you know, this is what happens to me in real life, in real time trading. So the wick happened all within the first 5 minutes, or the retouch of the open happened in the first 5 minutes. But then I'm like, oh, I see another setup. I can try it. Of course, this one worked out, but you know, we don't have our odds playing with us when you do that. So keep that in mind. Okay, so this 15-minute candle opened. It did not happen right away, but look when it did. It happened at 10:56. We want the breach to happen the first 5 minutes. So this would keep me out of this trade as well. All right, new 15 minutes. There's the breach within the first 5 minutes. So we are looking for a break of structure or an inverted fair value gap. Oh, and there it was. Let's see. Sometimes TradingView quits keeping track of the trade when I do this, but let's see. Back up to that second candle. And we'll buy TP at open. I keep it a little bit below or above. I give a few ticks because I have seen price multiple times just come right up to it and not touch open. So keep that in mind. All right, and our stop is right below this break of structure. Wick this out right away. But here's the thing, I keep trying until it doesn't make any sense. Oh, and TradingView did stop keeping track, so we were up 425 and now this trade just we lost 325. But sometimes TradingView does this and doesn't keep track of the whole day, a whole back testing session. So that's unfortunate. But I did back test this and the results were like $3,000 for the New York session with one NQ contract, and it was, I think it was like a 65 or 80, I don't know. It was a really high win rate. I'll have to look it back up. Anyway, okay, here's our second entry. Break of structure could get in right here. Of course, the retracement back to the 50% is the best, but because we're trying to trade like a robot, I'll back it up. and buy, TP, stop loss below, and play. All right, second win, and it's not adding like it's supposed to, but we'll keep going. All right, new 15-minute candle, waiting for the breach. And there it was. Very little wick, and then immediately came right back to open. So we're out of that. I can tell TradingView is being a little goofy. Okay, there was the wick. Or I'm sorry, the breach by just a little wick. And this is a little risky, but we'll take it just to see. Got taken out. Wait for the next one. Let's see. The second candle would have been right there. All right, let's let it play. All right, third win. Again, that's not keeping track the way it should. Okay, 15-minute candle is done. Breach. It did not happen in the first 5 minutes, so we should stay out. New 15-minute. I don't think this is going to pan out because open is so close to the breach, but who knows. Okay, no play on that 15-minute, but we got maybe a good setup here. We had the breach in the first 5 minutes. Let's take it slow and find. So that candle, this 15-minute candle started at 12:15. Now I also get out of a trade by the end of the 15-minute candle. So at 12:30, I would get out of this. Even if I get in late in that 15-minute candle, I still like to close it before this 15-minute candle closes. Okay, let's see. There's our breaker structure. I would have probably got in right there. Since TradingView is kind of acting up, I'm not going to back it up. I'm just going to take the buy. PT. Stop loss. And we only have till 12:30, so keep that in mind. I might have to close it early. There we are. Whoops. So let me try to see. Hopefully this doesn't mess it up. I'll back it up. And close it. Okay, now we're looking for the next setup. No setup there. Alright, did that breach? It's important to know if it breached or not because you want to know if you want to get in the play or not. Oh, and that was after the first 5 minutes anyway, so we're going to ignore it. Okay, then we have our breach here. It's pretty small, pretty tiny trade there, so I'm going to ignore it as well. It didn't quite touch, so we're still in play here. Okay, let's try this. We would get in at the next candle. My phone is beeping, sorry. Okay, TP, stop loss. And let's see, what time is it? The candle started at 1. Ooh, so we're going to have to be out of this by 1:15, so we got a little bit of time. Let's see. Well, I let that candle change and we got wicked out, but if I had a bot set up, it would close at the hour or at the 15-minute close, so we took a loss on that. We'll keep going. Wicked went right to open right away, so we're out of that one. One other thing I have been noticing though is if this 15-minute candle engulfs the prior, I think this still is in play. So we can, since it did breach this side and the data keeps track on breaching one side and return to open, I feel like the data is still on our side. That's at least what I'm seeing when I'm manually trading. So let's keep, with that in mind, let's go ahead and take this trade and see how that works. Set the TP and stop loss. This is kind of questionable as to where you'd want your stop loss. So you got this high wick with a zone that got closed out with that wick. So really, our stop loss should probably be up here. It still keeps us close to 1-to-1, so that's good. All right, let's see. All right. New 15-minute candle. We're going to wait for a breach. Not quite. New 15-minute candle. Got a breach right there. Oh, you know what? I have a inverted fair value gap indicator to help you visually see those. Let's see. You can change it to if you want it to be on the chart or if you want a 15-second or 30-second fair value, inverted fair value gap, but I'll just keep it on chart and see what we get. It would have been nice if this was I mean, we could consider this the break of structure, but this candle is so large that we wouldn't get in till the candle right after it. So let's back it up and see. Okay, that worked out for us. Wish we could have got in earlier, but all right, then we got a breach, but came back right away. I don't know if we wouldn't even had time to get into that. New candle. This is the hardest part for me, is just waiting for these setups, and I believe that's the trader's normal problem. I just hate that about myself. I just can't believe I can't just patiently wait. All right, so the breach happened after the 5 minute, so we skip it. No breach on that, so waiting. It's past the 5 minutes. All right, here's our breach that happened within the first 5 minutes. There is our 5 minute or our 5 second break of structure. Get in after that candle close. Buy towards open. Stop loss. What I like about the 5 second chart is normally our stop losses are quite small. So let's play it out. All right, another winner. You know, little base hits add up. Okay, we had a breach right away, came back to open. Nothing we can do about that. All right, we got a breach. Let's pause this. We had the breach within the first 5 minutes. We had a break of structure. I'm going to take it back to that candle. Let's see, one more candle and then buy. TP, stop loss. Okay.